Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Student to Life podcast, where learning and unlearning has no limits. I am your host, Stretch, and today we have a very, very special guest in the building today. And before we get to that, please remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that share button too, also. You know what I mean? So today we have superstar, one of the most distinctive voices in dancehall and reggae music. We have Mr. Vegas in the building today.
Yes, I.
Welcome, boss.
Respect, boss.
So, Mr. Vegas, what's going on?
But I'm on the road promoting my brand new album,
Yeah,
Ghetto Reggae. We're just putting in the work.
yeah. Amazing
sure.
album, by the way.
Yeah, man. We have to take it back from where Mr. Vegas was first introduced to music.
Right.
So this is where the sound of it is what I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from running away from home and hanging around sound systems.
So we're gonna get to the story. So before we get to the music, now let's go to the history a little bit. Early years, early childhood, where
Right.
you grew up, schooling, all of that.
I was born in Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was living at 59D Manisdale Road, Big Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you call this, let me tell you about Big Yard.
Yeah,
Don't know
yeah.
where I come from. Right? So about 4 or 5 years old, we moved to Upper St. Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah. A place called Pigeon Valley.
I never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Unity Pigeon Valley.
Yeah.
Oberlin up that side.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm
Lawrencetown
kind
up
of
that side.
Okay.
So that was where I grew up with my mom
Mm-hmm.
and my older siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dad wasn't in the picture.
My father was missing in action. Yeah, but I later had some relationship with him,
Mhm.
and then he died at the age of 60.
Okay.
So I didn't get to really bond with him
A full
fully. Yeah,
relationship.
but whatever
yeah.
time we spent together was much appreciated. And
So what was it like growing up with siblings and mom in the household?
when my mom used to be a domestic helper,
Mm-hmm.
so she would work and stay at work like living helper.
Right.
Right? So I grew up with my older brothers and sisters. My older brothers, they were very, very, very strict.
When you say strict, exactly what you mean.
Beyond, like you get beaten for things like you can't find a toothbrush.
Wow. Okay.
You get beaten for things like, some simple, some trivial things.
Yeah. So you think it was like
you mash
a more?
a plate and you get beaten for it. You have to tell like my little brother say I mash the plate.
So you feel like it's a more personal attack when it comes to that because you find that you have certain negative feelings towards people and you act a certain way. You feel like that was a part of it.
No, I think it's the way how they grew up because we're different fathers.
Okay.
So my mother had, children before she met my father.
Okay.
So I think their father was abusive
Mhm.
to them. So in turn, they became abusive as well.
Okay. So
Yeah,
they
because-
didn't know no better.
Right. So and it wasn't because I was a different father,
Mhm.
because they were abusing one of their own sister by mother and father side.
Yeah.
Right.
hmm So growing up with them, do you feel like you have any resentment towards them in any way for that way of treating you in that time?
I used to, but after my mom passed away, and we spoke, they came. We were at the night, and I asked them, why were you so, cruel to us?
Mhm.
And my bigger brother, the one that was very, very cruel to us, he acknowledged that he was a little bit too harsh with us. He was too
Right.
rough with us.
Mhm.
So I found peace with that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My older sister was very abusive as well.
Mhm.
She's somewhat, borderline,
Mhm.
but I accepted it because I realized that they acknowledged that their, abuse was,
Right.
yeah,
And I feel
took a
like,
toll on us.
to be honest with you, I could definitely relate because my father, the way he grew up is the way he knew how to parent us.
Right.
So when he actually came on and said he didn't know no better, that was like a weight off of our shoulders.
Yeah.
So I definitely can relate because
Yeah, man.
the 60s, 70s, that era was literally coming from like them slavery trend where it's like
Yeah.
have to beat you for you understand.
Whipping, straight whipping,
Yeah, that's what
with
I mean.
whatever they got their hands on.
Yeah.
Like my little brother Steve, I used to be so protective of him, and for years I had to live with the fact that I was washing the plates
Mhm.
and one broke, yeah, and because I was afraid of the amount of whooping I was gonna get,
Right.
I said, "Oh, Steve broke the plate," and they whooped him so bad. And I lived with that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved him. Like, it makes me just love my little brother. Like,
Yeah.
because I knew that it's like him take a beating for me. it's like yo, and I was so protective of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
when we got older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so protective of him. I remember because he was so scared of them, my older brothers
Mm-hmm.
and sisters, he used to ride like a donkey.
Right.
He had a nervous situation, a breakdown. And he would just get up in the middle of the night and just start riding like a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it took years for it to go away, like when he got older.
Yeah.
Even when he was a teenager, he was still doing it. So that is how bad the abuse was. So I started running away from home.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you mean like you just get up one day and just don't never come back?
I just run away because like I went to school and I just trying to think, what did I not do? Did I spread my bed?
Mm-hmm.
Them days they used a thing called chimney.
Damn, I'm not chimney, man.
Where you put under the bed,
Yeah.
plastic one out of the metal.
Mhm.
So I'm at school and it's like me I worry and I say, me no remember if me did take out my chimney star.
Anxiety, I kill you.
Yeah, and then just based on that, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like, me just run away, me just say, me not go home for face it because me no remember.
Yeah.
You see? I remember one time I didn't drink my porridge. Yeah?
Mm.
And my sister, she used a piece of bamboo to beat my star. And when you look at my skin, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Really?
like the bamboo ripped my skin. So it was just like things like that I ran away from home and
So where did you go after you left home?
I just on the street. Like I'm just hanging out on the street. I remember going to school, I'm with a brethren, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go down to my brethren house and in parents, them and everything, give me food and thing. And I'm lying to them that, oh, my mom is coming on the late bus.
Yeah.
And everybody drop asleep and me just still there. Right? And them wake up in the middle of the night I say, oh, I fell asleep.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My mom must have gone,
So them just make you
gone.
stay.
Them me just stay till the morning and get up and, back at school.
Yeah.
Give breakfast, use, my finger, put toothpaste on my finger, brush my teeth, and go to school.
Right.
Yeah, but the next night I have to find another excuse.
Mhm. So what? How long did that go on for?
A long time, and they used to, I remember one time they came and they caught me, they was looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, my sisters, especially my sister. One night they were looking for me and they caught me right at a sound. I was at a speaker box. Because that is how I found music. I fell in love with music.
Okay.
Because they used to have this street dance at a place called Fern Hill. So when I ran away, I used to just be at the sound system. And one night they came and they grabbed me. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So they grabbed me in the shirt. And, I was going along with them.
Yeah.
Going along with them. So as we were going along, when I got close to the house, because I know this was going to be a wicked beating.
Yeah.
You see? I ducked in the shirt. They held on to my shirt. And I ducked in the shirt and left the shirt in their hands.
Yeah.
So now I'm running back to get back to the streets. But there's a place where they call Valley Tank. Where they always say, ghost there, Duppy there. So me afraid of Duppy.
Yeah.
So I'm running away from home. My sister ran away. She lived in the trees in the gully.
Wow.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's how fearful she was of my brothers and sister. She lived in the gully, but I was afraid of Duppy. So I say, you know what? I run into which part the lights are because them days you don't have any lights around where we are in Pigeon Valley, no street lights.
Right.
So I'm running towards Unity where the street lights and stuff are and more activities.
Yeah.
So there's a place called Valley Tank when I ducked in the shirt and I said, I cannot run past Valley Tank because Duppy at Valley Tank. So I decided I'm going to cut through a man yard, a man named Mas Tim. Yeah? And I'm running through the yard. Like, I'm so naive because I'm afraid of Duppy, but I'd rather take it through the yard.
Right.
And I wanted to go through his yard and end up in a place called Glengarth. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I was going to walk through the gully, through the man yard, just in a past Valley Tank with the Duppy
Right.
them there. And the man grabbed me, star.
The man for the
Mas
yard.
Tim grabbed me.
Yeah.
And him say, are you on what's it, thief out my things in my night time?
For you, not even.
And the man grabbed me and he used his donkey whip and the whip broke up. And he's dragging me towards his cutlass. Yeah? And as he reached for the cutlass, I swear everything, I do not know how I got out of his hand. Yeah? I don't know how I got out of his hand. And I ran the same place that I'm afraid of the Duppy Valley tank. I speed past that like a lightning. Speed past that like a lightning, Virgin, and run back to to where
The light is.
The lights are.
So that's kind of shows how fearful you were when it came to your siblings.
Yes.
So did your mom know what was going on?
My mom figured out, I think, what was going on. I think she maybe have seen she had seen the bruises and stuff, the scars. And my sister that ran away and lived in the gully. So I think my mom stopped doing domestic work where she lived at the people's houses. And she started working she started doing days work. So then my mom and my brothers and sisters, they fell out. Yeah? So it was just me and my mom and my little brother and my older sister.
So now, what about schooling though? You went to primary, and I don't know if it was all age them times or it was just primary to high school same way.
I went to Unity Primary. But because of the trauma, I wasn't like interested in school.
Right.
It was more music was my soul. I found solace in music. Yeah, I found comfort in music. So school was, neither here nor there for me. So even when I went to school, I was very, very bright, super bright. Like I came first in my class in grade 1, grade 2. Even grade 2, the abuse was worse. Got to grade 3, I just totally fell off and started, hiding from school, hiding from class. So my mom, now she's having problems with me. So she sent me to live with some Christian people. And the Christian people, they were strict as well. Yeah? So I ran away from them, go back to my mother and said, I'm not going away, you have to kill me. So I, passed for Oberlin, Oberlin High School, started doing Oberlin, I'm going to Oberlin, and my, intelligence increased, my knack to learn increased, but my mom was very poor. So she couldn't afford like the books, the textbooks and all those stuff. So even though I wanted to do, I was ready now, to, be integrated into our old school system. Yeah. But then my father died as soon as I started Oberlin. Because now he's on board. I'm visiting my father on the weekends. He's giving me money to go to school. Boom, he had an heart attack, died. Wow. Yeah.
So now you finished Oberlin?
No, I dropped out of Oberlin when I started third form, right?
Third form is 9th grade for who don't understand.
9th grade. So I dropped out of Oberlin because me and some youth, because now I don't have any brothers around.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just me and my mom. So the bullies now is not my siblings anymore. They are like the older guys in the community. So there was one specific youth who like he just took an interest in beating us, like we were his children. Right? So
like unprovoked.
Yeah, man, like if we went to the river and we saw him, we just had to hide. Just pick some rose whip and just whip we up. It's like, and we heard stories about him, like him unalive people and bury them in the sand. So we were super terrified of him. Yeah, you named Wingy. So one night he tried to, like beat me up. And my brother named Gary, my brother Gary jumped in the middle of it, licked him in the mouth with a stone, short story. And because of that now, we had to run away. And I had to run away, come to Kingston, come back to Kingston in Big Yard. Yeah. So there now I stopped going to Oberlin because he was looking for me to kill me. One day I'm sitting at the bus stop. And when I saw him at the bus window and he didn't see me. So he's looking for me, and word is out that he's going to kill me. So I'm very, very scared. So he stood up, and because I'm sitting, he looked over me. And I'm sitting right there.
Okay, on the same bus?
No, I was going to go into the bus. So if he didn't get up, I would never seen him in the bus.
You're okay.
Right? So he got up, and he's a tall guy. So he got up and he was looking for me down in the schoolyard, and I'm right there. Yeah?
Yeah, so you see him, but him not see you.
So when I saw him, I moved towards the bus, go to the side of the bus, jump down the gully, run out the wall of the gully, and all this time I swear him see me now, come start run.
Yeah.
Run out the wall of the gully, just done out the wall of the gully, and realize, say, me no hear nothing come, no hear no footstep a come. So I realized, okay, you know, maybe not run me down. So that's the last day I went to Oberlin, dropped out of school.
So what was that? What did you do after Oberlin? Like when you drop out now, what was the plan?
I dropped out of school, a sound system that they had now, my uncle, my granduncle, kids, you know, one of them kids, had a sound system named Small Axe, big sound system where Admiral Bailey, Pliers, all the great artists came through that sound system. Yeah, they used to come down there and DJ before them bus or sing. So I started doing dub plate for my cousin. Yeah. Started getting the mic, you know, the early warm
So you started early?
Yeah, man. So them things piqued my interest. But of course, the bus never come. I just was just like getting a little run. So I started working at a gas station at the age of 15 on Red Hills Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bought a bicycle. You know, so I did that for a minute. Yeah.
So you had an early incident where you had a scar by somebody.
Right.
What was that story?
My scar, I got that at Almanil all age.
So it was before
At
high
the
school.
same time when my mom sent me to live with the Christian people.
Okay.
In Almanil, in Parks Road. So I was in class, wanted to use the bathroom. Yeah. Asked the teacher to excuse me to go use the bathroom. The teacher was reluctant to send me, you know. And at the last, it was like, go on, hurry up. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Right.
So I went outside and saw this youth that I walked with in the evening, my brethren. So this youth, I beat him up. And I stood there and was like, yo, load the man star. And just that alone, whap across my face with a knife.
So you just had to tell him, say, yo, load the man.
Yeah, but I said, yo, load me, man.
Yeah.
I'm a brethren. You see?
And provoked.
Whap. And run off. A youth named Wayne. Big scar on my face, didn't stitch anything at all. So I grew up literally with a big caterpillar on my face like this.
So they left the mark.
Keloid.
Keloid, yeah, that's the word.
Big caterpillar right through my hole from I was like 10 years old until I became an artist and I came to Florida and a doctor cut the thing off and
keloid.
stitched it.
Okay.
Because it wasn't stitched.
Right.
Yeah? Because my mom, she was just like,
You have the money and all them.
it's not even the money. I think she didn't know it was gonna kill like that much. So I went through my early teenage years and adolescent years, looking like a criminal to some people.
Because that was the
Because when you have
outfit.
a big telephone cut in your face as a little youth,
Yeah.
and you're getting older now, I go in the bus and people are clutch them bag. One day I was walking in Patrick City. And a lady crossed the road when she saw me come in. And I used to say to myself, say, one of them know, say, is the man who cut me at the bad man.
So the next tragic incident was your jawbone was stitched shut.
Wired shut.
So it's wired shut.
Right.
So and you couldn't, that was the time, I think, because when I was doing the research, you were saying that was the time you were supposed to get your big break. And you still ended up getting it anyway.
That was the time I was going to get an opportunity
Okay.
to record on a beat that Beanie Man was on, Cabra, Spraga Benz, Sean Paul was a young artist. So Jeremy Harding had the playground rhythm, yeah? And we, we knew that rhythm was bad. So everybody was recording and he was going to record me on the beat. Because, them days when you get on a big beat, you have a chance to break.
Yeah, because you're on a compilation.
Right. So just as he was going to record me, one of my family member used a piece of iron, whoop across my face, broke my jaw.
It's a family member?
Yeah. He's a family member of my family member, but me and him not really blood related, but everybody's a family.
Yeah.
So he came from England, he came from Canada, and I think something was going on with him, and just unprovoked. It's like when you talk about salt, brethren. Like unprovoked. The man just asked me for that cassette with a sound named De La Soul. Beg me get some dub plates. And I got the dub plates, some Cabra them. So me, I go eat a food now. Because Cabra, me and Cabra apart.
Yeah.
Like, so Cabra gave me 2 dubs. Dan Youth gave me 1. Because Dan Youth was the first person who took me to studio.
Yeah.
Who gave me a break around Big Ship. So I have to tune them now to go eat a food. And the man come and say, in come for the that. So I say, I never get it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah? And the man, as I walk off, the man just whoop, broke my jawbone. So my mouth had to be wired. Yeah, for like 6 weeks. But during this time, I had the rhythm. Because Jeremy gave me the rhythm to go write my song.
Yeah. Before
This incident. So I had the rhythm, and I was there playing the rhythm, put it in the. At the time you have the tape like them with the thing where you drop in the thing.
Yeah.
So I was there playing the rhythm, and I started hearing. And I didn't even remember where I heard it from, but it was from Cabra's intro, and I knew about a story about a girl who a man trick, tell her say he might give her a Nike here, and she give him some things, give him some of the thing, the goodies, and the man trick her. See, the man trick her and not give her the Nike here. So we know the story. Worse, me like the girl, me look the girl too. And, we know about the story. So that was how I wrote Nike here. So as soon as the wires were taken out, I went to Germany and recorded Nike here. So it was like a blessing in disguise because I don't know if I would have found
that song.
Because at them time, me I sing like Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah? So all my songs that were out, if you hear a song called Every Time that I did for Stone Love, people, it's to this day it's on YouTube as Sanchez.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you look up Every Time, you see Sanchez, but it's me. Yeah,
because now you have, listening even to the new album, it's like you had range. So you had you had a low range, you had a high range.
Right.
So it's like you can literally sing like different people with the same pitch. Not exactly the same, but that same pitch.
Right. At one time, people thought, I used to sing on sound system and people would run come and say, oh, Sanchez, oh, Vegas.
So did you grow up in you grew up in church?
But I didn't sing it. I wasn't singing in the church.
Yeah.
My experience with singing in church, because I used to go to the Parks Road above Rock, Church of God, Parks Road above Church of God in above Rocks. So in Parks Road, excuse me. But whenever they keep their concert, I was the last one to take down. Let me say have church concert, right?
Yeah.
And I said, 100 had to take down that one, 50 had to take down that one. And nobody would have, nobody took me down. Nobody took me down. And I was always the last one to come down. And it's always the little lady that my mom sent me to live with.
The Christian lady.
It's always she had to take me down, I was like, so I stopped singing in the church because I was like, nobody know how to take me down.
Right.
So we just stopped doing it.
So at one point you kind of went into church when, it was a couple of years ago, you went into church and you even did a gospel album, I think. You did a gospel album. But we saw where you kind of made a pivot and you came to some realization that you didn't like some of the things that you realized when you went into the faith.
Right.
So explain to me, like during that time, what was it like during and what was it like when you came to that realization?
Many of us who grew up in Jamaica, we are from an indoctrination. An indoctrination was formed that led us to believe, and some still believe, that you have to live a certain way. You have to subscribe to a coming of Jesus is going to come back and save us.
Yeah.
We're going to be lifted up in the sky and we're going to go to heaven. But you have to be pure. You have to be baptized again. You have to live a certain life, a certain lifestyle. So doing music over the years had to broke it down them tunes because of the indoctrination and because people led us to believe that the secular sinful act is so ungodly that you're going to be burnt in a fire for eternity. So we lived with that for years. So I was always conscious of, I have to go church before me dead. I don't want dead and go to hell.
Yeah.
So that is how, I went into the church. Yeah.
Out of fear.
Fear. That is it. Just incidents like I traveled on I remember I was on a flight and, them said something wrong with the plane.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, God, if the plane land me, I go turn Christian, and them type of things.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went into the church now, out of fear, you go into the church because you don't want to go to hell. Yeah. And I realized that the hypocrisy and the judgmental, behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt more loved, more at peace with just subscribing to what I, believed in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or what I think, is the ultimate.
Right.
Without the choir,
Mm-hmm.
without everyone is involved, and it became more apparent when I started with my own research, and I realized a lot of religion it was created to divide, and conquer and rule.
Yeah.
So I came to the realization that a personal experience with whatever you subscribe to, is the best way to go. Because once you start arguing with people about religion, that is where all hell breaks loose.
So I was reading this book, which is so far with my reading is one of my favorite reads. I didn't actually read it. I did the audiobook because it's actually easier to understand. It's called Interviewing the Devil. That's the name of the book. Trust me, amazing book. Do the audiobook instead of the actual hardcover because you get the understanding of why he calls it Interviewing the Devil. So he talks about the devil using the school and the church as one of his main tools to rule over people, because the church is where the school is where the young minds are molded. The church is where you place the fear into the hearts of people, and once you have any type of fear, that diminishes your faith, right? And what you said is one of the things that's turning people away from church. And like you said, a lot of people, just like you, are coming to certain realizations that there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to church. And I don't bash any faith because everybody is your belief. Like you said, I don't want to be here arguing about your belief and my belief and
Facts.
who would believe what. But at the same time, there's certain things that we realized was a brainwash. It's a brainwash mechanism. When it comes to Christianity, is a mechanism to keep people where they are, right? And then especially with Jamaica, I think they've developed it into a cult-like system where you're following this person regardless of what they say. It's like, for instance, the guy in Mobile.
Yep.
You guy in Mobile with the whole cult thing.
Kevin.
Yeah. I think that is just a higher level of what's really going on with a lot of the people. Because you're going to tell me that listening to love song, for instance, is not Christ-like or godly, but you do make love.
That's all me. A lot of my confrontation was centered around those type of arguments.
Yeah.
Like, people were telling me that Whitney Houston gone to hell because she sing love song, and me and people had.
When the guy here the day when the woman said I got hell, you know what's in the video?
The guy that
the pastor in the church and the lady was like, Bingy, Bingy, I got hell.
Right. So I remember having conversations with religious folks, and they were like, you can't listen to Whitney Houston. You subscribe to the worldly and things.
Yeah.
And Whitney Houston's my favorite singer. I'm like, wow, then why God even anoint her with such a voice for her to influence me, for her to let me feel at peace, for the music. So I realized that the level of indoctrination, is one thing, but is when people who are indoctrinated superimpose that belief system on you. And now you're in the church and they're going to tell us that you have to do this, you have to do it this way. Or so God tell me something to tell you.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear from God in 3 weeks. And God tell me that this, and God tell me that you need to pray more, and you need to get the Holy Ghost, and you need to be filled. And, so many things. I remember, I went to church with a friend. She was just like, my virgin, like, we're on a par. We said, we're going to church. Invite her to church because I was getting involved. And the woman called me up, and the woman was just like, pressuring the whole thing, like she thinks so we in a
Together,
really,
yeah.
and she had her hand on forehead and she a rock her and she a cry, you know, and then when the lady come over to me, you know, she a say, ask me if me save, ask me if me this and that, and I say, are you under the anointing, you know, you
Yeah.
tell me. Yeah, and she had to me say, you know, God a go tell me something, God a give me a message in that 3 weeks, and I'm like, all right.
I think that's the way they learned it, to be honest. And even with the story of Christ, right?
Right.
I'm like I said, I'm not against, and because the Bible does have a lot of substance. The Bible does have a lot of good words, a lot of good advice, a lot of good things in the Bible. And the
Right.
Bible is very powerful. But what I think is it's very misconstrued. I feel like they're taking a lot of the stuff in the Bible very literal.
Literally, yeah.
And it's not meant to be taken literal, a lot of it, because a lot of it is very figurative, where you can use that word to fit your situation. You know? And one thing I always question, and whenever you question anything with church, that's my other thing. Whenever you question anything with church, they make it seem like you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be curious about anything.
That's one of the, and that's why I stopped arguing religion. I used to get in trouble arguing with people about religion, arguing with people about, you know, those things that I had questions.
Yeah.
And questions turned into don't question God, and question turned into, you know, a 1,000 years for God is 1 day for us, and 1 day for us is 1,000 years for us. It's always a pushback, but it's very confrontational.
Right.
Like it's hard to have a conversation, like a genuine conversation, like, yo, I see this in the Bible, you know, why God would do this. And then you're shut down. People basically blank you out. And then them start
Right.
questioning your sincerity to being a Christian, your sincerity with being filled with the
Yeah.
Holy Ghost and the type of vibe. So then they start demonize, you know, yeah. And I remember one time I did a concert. I was obligated to a concert, Jamrock.
Yeah.
And there were some Christians on board,
Jammer Cruz.
Jammer Cruise. And I did get a song Gallus like them, and it was like, him not save him still I sing Gallus. And it was a big talk around it, like, don't book him
Yeah.
on the shows, like the gospel shows. Don't book him on the gospel shows because him not save. I remember one time a woman was looking for a DJ, and I recommended my DJ. She was like, is he saved? Yeah?
Yeah.
So them type of things, and even when, like, I think I would have ended up a papa if I'd stayed
In church.
in church. Yeah? Because everything is like, you have to do this. And we're not paying you.
Right.
But I want you to come with the whole band. And, you know, this is your
Do
calling.
it for God.
Yes. So those are the type of things, you know, that I had issues with.
So we see in the instance where you went viral when you went to church with Pastor
Gino
Jennings.
Jennings,
Yeah. I never heard of him until that
Right.
incident. So how did that even happen?
He did a sermon, and he in the sermon he said, women are whores for wearing lipstick and makeup.
Yeah.
Right,
they
nail
spread the
polish.
sentiment a lot too.
So I did a video and I was like, yo, you know, I was being sarcastic. So I was like, yeah, man, you know. So I wasn't even saying anything bad about him, but he got wind of the video. So next thing I saw them advertising that I'm going to have a debate with him. So I wrote to them and I was like, I don't know anything about this, you know, what you're talking about. So we came to some agreement that, I'm going to invite him to the church. I can speak to the women about that whole thing, why I disagree with it, that they are worse to wear makeup and lipstick. So, and he would preach, and then I asked him some questions. We can have a dialogue after. So the whole thing turned into this big debate, yeah? Regardless of my beliefs, yeah, or my knowledge, my knowings, I would never go to a church to debate Christians.
in a church.
In a church, because I'm not there to superimpose what I learned on them.
Right.
Yeah, what me learn, what me know. You know, we can have a different conversation outside of this space, because to some people, even though I may not believe the same thing, I believe the way you believe, to some people this is a sacred place that they find comfort.
Right.
So I wasn't there to debate. So it turned into the whole vibe, and the whole usher him out and the security them and all them guys that were pulling me out of the church.
Yeah.
They were all police officers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he hired, at the church.
So you feel like it was a setup?
It I think they were placed there for whatever they planned on doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You think they will get to a point where us as, I would say Jamaicans, because that's us Jamaicans will get to a point where we can have dialogue and disagree and still keep it respectful, still not get angry because I don't agree with your point. You think we can get to that point at some point?
We're a long way. We just had elections, and leading up to the elections, I had conversations, a lot of confrontations with opposing sides, and it's the same. I realize same toxic, type of talk and behavior.
Yeah.
Like with politics, it's even worse than the religious talks. So I think when it comes down to politics and religion, I actually created a TikTok page called Politics and Religion. It's like that can be very, very toxic. Yeah. So I don't think we're at that place yet, because some people deify their politicians or the biblical characters.
Yeah, and I think because so many people, like I said, a cult-like following again with politics, you're unable to rationalize because of how you were raised with this mindset of your ego. It's just telling you I'm right and you're wrong, and me know I hear you and you know I hear me. But I also saw where I think it was in the pandemic where you spoke out against the ruling party, no. And then I also saw where you endorsed them and you performed at the swearing ceremony. So what's the relationship when it comes to politics? Because even though you're allowed to call them out, of course, regardless of who is in power.
I don't think I called them out during the pandemic because I was pro, lockdown. Yeah, I was pro getting to know what this thing is, this thing called whatever we were experiencing, the virus. So I was more, in agreement with what the government was doing.
Okay.
To keep, us safe. Yeah, because we didn't want it to be an outbreak, and it cost a lot of lives. So I supported the decisions. There are situations where I spoke out against certain things. Like I remember I was burning out this youth that molested a little boy in America. And he came to Jamaica and he was still hanging around little boys, even though he was placed on the sex registry list here. So I started speaking out against him and, letting people, become aware, trying to get people to know that he did this, and I was getting a lot of pushback from it. And then somehow we found a way to take a picture with the Prime Minister and post it on his page, and I was like, yo, I want to do this. The money, a pedal. Yeah. So I was really, really upset at that. But I've been supporting the Prime Minister and his initiatives since 2016.
Right.
Yeah. So it's nothing new for me to support him.
Right.
And still support him at this point.
Okay. So what do you think influence your outspoken nature? Because we see where a lot of people are in the spotlight and they won't risk being criticized or risk being hated by anyone, because when you're outspoken, you're going to attract a certain type of conversations or scrutiny. So what you think influence your outspoken nature?
I just think it's a personality factor. It's a personality factor. You have some people who are quiet and don't talk. And you have some people who are very outspoken.
Yeah.
I love to speak on social issues. I went back to school. I had to start from scratch, got my GED, went to Broward, then from Broward to FIU, right? Where I got a bachelor's in sociology and anthropology. And I went into that direction. First, I wanted to do mass comm. My professor, Dr. Sami, he said, you need to major in sociology. And it was the right call, because now I'm learning more about people and society and culture and stuff like that. So based on the knowledge that I ascertained during my studies and what I've learned over the years, especially about music. I'm a student of music, especially dancehall and reggae music. I do a lot of research on music and where it's coming from, and so I'm always speaking on that, about music, trying to enhance other artists, performance, or their ability to perform, and so forth, and their ability to make hit songs.
Yeah. All right, ladies, listen up. If you're tired of your old hairdresser not answering, not getting your hair done properly, head over to All Dolled Up Salon at 7515 West Sample Road in Cold Springs. They get you hooked up right, get you hooked up properly. Give them a call, follow them on Instagram. You can find them, and they will hook you up. Tell them Student Alive sent you over there, all right? All Dolled Up Salon, 7515 West Sample Road in Cold Springs. Bless up. So, do you think that your delivery affects how people respond sometimes? Because them say if you with soft answer turn it away wrath, and the whole the way they say it. So you think sometimes because I think what a lot of the things that you say especially online are very important.
Right.
But I think for me personally, I think it's maybe the delivery sometimes, because you can say, oh, that man are wrong and that man are wrong and that man are wrong. But if I think personally that everything you're saying is so important, but it just get misconstrued in the delivery sometimes. So do you think that's a factor, or you think it's a thing where you damage a lot of people's ego and they just cannot manage that?
I think you can be the wrong messenger as well.
Okay.
You see? That can be a major thing, because you can be making salient points. But it's just the wrong message.
Where that come from?
Where that come from?
Right.
They put somebody else out there where people more embrace, and they will accept the message.
Right.
So, and I get to find out that if you're not going with what everyone is saying, like case in point, the election just passed, and 95% of the artists who are politically aligned or support political parties, they were on the opposite side.
Right.
I was basically the only one who was out there saying, yo, we'll move forward as a country, so forth, so on. So if you're not going in the same, or going the same route, or following the same trajectory, then people will, have some form of pushback on whatever you're trying to put forward. So sometimes it's just that, because I guarantee you, like a man say, I don't like Vegas, ask him why you don't like Vegas. You have a conversation.
Yeah.
Him can't even tell you why I'm not like Vegas. Him chat too much, man. What did he say that you think that him chat too much? Man? Oh, him just chat too much, man. It's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see him running at the church and they usher him out. But
again,
if
just a
break
conversation.
down that to you, you would get a better understanding.
Yeah.
And if let's say you say I'm at fault to go to the church, but if you really understood or understand why I went there because the man said if a woman wear makeup and lipstick, she's a prostitute. I think that is something that a man should have been celebrated, to stand up for women and say, yo, you can't call a man a woman a prostitute for wearing makeup and lipstick.
Right.
Because my mother used to wear makeup and lipstick. I don't think my mom is a prostitute.
Right. And like I said, I watch a lot of that, and a lot of it is not wrong what you said. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just a message, I think. And another thing too, when you're an artist and quote unquote celebrity, because I don't celebrate celebrity status. Yeah, I'm grateful for where I'm at in music. I came from nothing. I came from a little boardhouse. Right? Running away from home and stuff like that. So what I achieve in life, everything is just a blessing. It's just a bonus for me. I just wanted to find one little song to take care of my mother. Because my mother used to walk and wash people's clothes. Yeah? So I just wanted to find a little tune. To help my mother to stop wash people's clothes, because I didn't want her to drop down and run a pan of clothes.
True.
See? So where I'm coming from to where I'm at now, everything is like a blessing to me.
Extra. Yeah. So that's definitely understandable. Does it make you move with caution more now that you're so outspoken? Does it make you move not fearful but more cautious?
Some topics I leave alone, and I have people around me say, yo, nothing but to answer them, man.
Right.
Like somebody will say, I always believe, like Cardi B said, when people go low, she go to hell where the lava is. I'm of that. I was of that same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that, sometimes you get stuck where the lava is
Yeah, because you keep
because you're down there fighting with people who are at the lowest level.
interacting. Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to being open though, because we also see where you're transparent with some things that happen in your personal life sometimes. I remember there was an interview that you did on Hot 97. It was Hot 97
With my baby mother.
yeah,
Yeah.
that situation. And
Yeah.
I think today when I saw that, I was like, I know you do certain, like some of your songs connected to your life for sure, because I could tell from the way you sing it with the passion you sing it with,
Right.
that a lot of the songs come from real life situations. But that situation, now seeing that, like you showed real emotion in that moment. Why was that so hurtful for you?
I think it wasn't even about the woman, It's the alpha male ego get bruised. You see a man in your house take over your house and bend down and pick up your daughter and all them things there.
So it was playing with your data too.
Yeah, man. Was basically a man take over your house. You're the on tour and a man take over your house. So the alpha, male ego got bruised. And, scientifically, people produce, certain hormones
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So that
And
affected
it
how
affect
you
emotions.
That affected how you got into relationships after that.
I think it made me realize that some things are not just for you, some things are not for you. Yeah, it makes me a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like, case in point, I used to be more aggressive. Yeah? Before them incidents there. I think I'm more loving now. I'm more,
Yeah.
less confrontational, even in relationships.
So in Jamaica now, we see where they're saying Jamaica is leading in the maternal fraud cases.
Jacket.
Yeah, bag of jacket I give it.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that specific topic?
It's a long time thing. It's not just now. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
It's just human nature.
You think there should be like consequences should be there for that?
No. I just think it's human nature. People human beings are gonna be human beings, brother. Women, they have need to. And some man who have 5 girls and she feel like,
I kind of disagree, because I feel like the damage that does is not only to you as the man,
to the children.
The
as well.
children face the real brunt of that, because for instance, if you put yourself in another situation, right? You grew up with this person, you look up to this person, you love this person like your father, and then, say for instance, you go to the airport, you come a foreign now, and you can't go because you find out in that moment that that's not your real father.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
What that feel like a part of you is completely gone.
Yeah, but we understand that as well, the attachment we have to a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so forth. I understand all of that. But when it comes down to being just human beings with feelings and desires, just give thanks when you wake up in the morning, you desire just your one wife.
Yeah.
And your one wife desire you.
True.
Because some people wake up with different desires. Some people freaky and can't stop it and can't help themselves. Some woman just love sex and you can't manage her, brother.
Yeah.
You say you alone can't please her. Worse, you go have all 3 women and you not give her 100% of your time. And she have desires.
I still think it doesn't warrant, I would say, you going out, especially if you really think about it, this woman is having raw sex with another person.
Man do it too.
Yeah, but
And we're going to say man a man. That's what we're going to say,
that's still insecure same way. That's still stupid for a man to do that same way.
But enough man do that. Enough man do that, and there are women. We look at the side of, kids them grow up and them get hurt because a lot of women end up getting STDs and incurable diseases because the man go a road and just anything avant skirt.
True.
You understand me? And go right back home. Yeah? So, human beings, brother, have desires. Some people can't control them desires. Just say that. I just think some people are unable to conquer the lust of wanting to just be who they are
Right.
and where them feel for do.
I mean, I definitely understand your point.
Right.
You're giving them grace by saying it in that aspect, but
It's just reality.
Yeah.
It's just reality. In some societies, yeah, people look at it a different way.
true.
Society, a woman believes, say, if you get an ex-woman pregnant, she must pack up and leave you. In some society, they welcome the child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the other women, sister wives, they welcome the child. Some societies, some women have more than one man.
Mm-hmm.
Our society, we were indoctrinated a different way.
Different.
Right, so women develop more, feelings, jealousy,
Yeah.
and all them things there.
So before we touch on the music, let's touch on your health a little bit.
Right.
Because I saw where you had some stomach problems before.
Mm-hmm.
You also had something going on with your vocal cords. I think it
Right.
was your vocal cords.
Right.
And also we're gonna touch on like how you deal with your mental health. So let's start with the first one, which was the stomach problem. What was going on?
It was
with that?
bad acid reflux. Doctors told me that I had pericarditis, that is fluid around the pericardium.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was not the case, because now I realize that some people do have fluid around their pericardium. So they saw that fluid and thought, I needed heart surgery and all them things.
Wow.
And the only reason why I didn't do it is because it was over $1 million to do the heart surgery, and they would have totally messed me up. When it was just acid reflux, I was just eating bad, fried food and all them things up on the road and drop asleep. When you eat and you fall asleep, the acid come back up in your esophagus and damage the esophagus.
Right.
So I learned to control them things and change my eating diet. Over the years. I still mess up so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
times, but I try to stay awake. If I should, consume food, I try to stay awake at least 2 hours
Before you lay
without
down.
going to sleep, because once you go to sleep, now that acid is coming up into the esophagus.
Yeah.
So I learned how to deal with that. After years of taking all manner of medication, Nexium. One time I was walking around with tablets like I'm a little old man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday tablets. Yeah? So, and there was a simple thing. Stop eating greasy food. Stop eating fried food and them things there, and especially eating it and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Especially with spicy food. Yeah? So I changed that. Yeah? The polyp on the vocal cord, that came through vocal strain, bad vocal habits, bad singing, bad, screaming, shouting. Especially, it was during the whole election cycle. And I was out there, campaigning or counter-protesting against protesters
Yeah.
who were was trying to bring the country down.
So there was a lot of shouting during that
A lot
time.
of shouting. Right.
So now you change up your diet. What is your diet like? No.
I'm, at this present moment, I'm not doing good, because I'm eating rice and all of them things, and peas, and peas hybrid.
Yeah.
Rice, them say having cyanide and them things there. So I'm doing bad now. I try burn it out by working out and stuff like that. But when I'm good, I'm eating mostly like vegetable.
So-
lack of meat, lack of rice.
Yeah.
Like I will lack of rice for 6 months. No rice. You see?
Yeah.
I will lack of meat for 6 months. No meat.
Right.
Just callaloo and them things there.
So what I always tell a lot of people is when I'm pescatarian, but I don't do no meat products. I don't do no byproducts either. So I don't do no milk, no cheese, no eggs, none of that.
No
So-
dairy.
Right. So the problem is with a lot of people, they stick to this narrow way of thinking where it's just lettuce, cabbage, carrots, stuff like that, where there's so much
Other
other things in that world that you could consume to improve your
Right,
health in so
right.
many ways. And like you said too, the time of day eating, all of those things is very important.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Mental health. Have you ever done therapy, or you believe in therapy? Are you planning to do therapy?
I think I needed therapy with a situation with my son. Yeah. I think because of that stressful situation, I developed hypothyroidism. Yeah, I think it's linked to my hypothyroidism. Because of stress. Yeah, and I should have gotten therapy then, but yeah, it's just time and...
Is it still
I
something
think,
that you're
yeah.
interested in?
Yeah, of course. I think we all, at some point get to that point where we need to sit down and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
You see? I tried to get therapy when, I went through my whole, thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I went into the therapy, and the therapy was just too pretty. She was just too cute. Start, looking at
Distracted.
her. Yes, I just about to go back because I was listening to her voice. I was just looking
at
yeah.
So let's get to talk about the music a little bit before we close. What was it like finding that big song? Heads Eye was that staple. Still is, because when even Americans talk about
Right.
Mr. Vegas, is
Heads Eye.
Heads Eye is the big song. Before we talk about Broke It Down and we talk about Hot Work.
Right.
So
Right.
what was it like when you find that first song?
Every artist, that's your dream. You find a Nike here, it's a very popular tune. But if you don't find a Heads Eye, you're not a boss.
Right.
Or you might just find a whole heap of tune and end up on the same level with Nike here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get you into the big boys club.
Yeah.
You don't get into the I can close a show or I can, take the show.
Yeah.
So because of Heads Eye, I was able to go on stage with the greatest when was my, early years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dominating
Right.
because of the power of having a major hit. Because now people are coming out to see you. When you have a lot of juggling tune, you have a lot of, tune where them popular.
Yeah.
People don't must leave them yard to come see you. But when you have a Broke It Down or a Hot Work, girls leave them house to come Hot Work, to come
Yeah.
Broke It Down.
I
People
Am Blessed.
leave them house
Yeah.
to come here, I Am Blessed.
Mm-hmm.
People leave them house to come here, Buju them Batty Ride and them
Yeah.
tune there. Yeah? So when you have a Heads Eye, people, because it's a national tune, it's a British chart tune, it's a Billboard tune.
Yeah.
So Mr. Vegas in concert, it's more difficult to have a in concert if you do not have a stable tune.
So you never became complacent after finding that first song and the second song. You went all the way up to the I Am Blessed. You went all the way up to the Hot Work, like you said. You did Take Away Yourself,
Yep.
those tracks. You did all the way up to now where you have this album that I've been listening to this album since yesterday, just vibing
Ghetto
to the
Reggae,
album.
yeah.
But I realized that with Ghetto Reggae, you put some of the older rhythms on that with, the new vocals on there.
Right.
Why did you do it in that way?
I just wanted to reintroduce the sound of King Jammy's, the sound that I grew up listening to. And I just would like to see people dance again.
Because you have an Afrobeat song
Right.
on there. Yeah.
So I think people should enjoy the music and be able to sing along with it too. So if you listen to the album, there's a lot of sing along, catchy hooks like what Barrington Levy and the
Yeah.
greats used to do. So this record, is just okay. It's like when Buju did Till Shiloh.
Yeah.
From all of the big bad Batty Rider, the man them tune and him just come. Till Shiloh, which are Rastafari.
Yeah.
It's just like Buju at a new beginning. Yeah? So this record can be a new beginning. Depends on how successful it becomes.
Yeah.
If it becomes successful, then people will gravitate towards it. And it's a long time we don't have an album. We're like a sizzler. You remember the album with Dry Cry?
Yeah.
With every song. You can just put it in and every song just wicked.
Trust me.
see?
I mean, not a lot of people. You have
Right.
to listen. Parasite is my favorite song on the album.
That's the vibe of the album here.
Yeah.
Like, you put it in, and it's not because me sing it.
Yeah.
Because my love is the love of music too. So you put it in and like, every song have something.
Yeah, it does.
You see what I say?
Yeah.
So,
the first track was so creative because it reminded you of that Lauryn Hill, not Lauryn Hill. What's your name? Carl Tyrone.
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu. Yeah.
Right.
That song is so creative in that way.
Yeah,
You understand what I mean?
right.
So everything is literally on the album. I think one of the questions I wanted to ask you, but you kind of already answered it, was even though you don't believe in Christianity, you still have faith in the Most High, same way, because you can tell on the actual album.
Right.
So with this now, what are your hopes for this album? A Grammy,
First, we want to secure a nomination, because if we secure the nomination, at least we can promote the album as a nominated album.
Yeah.
And then we can get to the big dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's deserving. I think it's important for the genre,
Yeah.
for this record. Yeah?
It is very important for it.
Because you want the youth them to be of the mindset, or to have, some thoughts that I can do this type of music, and
it worked.
people gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed that Bugle last album did
Tough.
not get a nomination.
Tough album.
And I hope this is not the situation with this record.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's going to do what I wanted Bugle album to do.
Yeah.
Because if Bugle album had gotten a nomination and maybe went on to win the Grammy, then we would have energized the base, and more people would have come forward and be like, yo, that
is
is
the way.
working. Because I remember we follow a trend,
Yeah.
Seeing? So if them say reggae a go on wicked, more singers rise.
True.
More talent. You know much talented youth there in Jamaica? We're not even bother sing no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know much talented youth there in Jamaica just decide say, yo, them not even bother with music.
Yeah.
Because them can't bother with the trap thing, for them style.
That leads me into the next question.
Right.
What do you think about the state of dancehall and reggae right now? And what can we do to improve it?
I don't believe we're doing dancehall now on a large scale.
Yeah.
We have pockets where a man put out a one rhythm and it sounds like dancehall.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe predominantly is more hip-hop influenced beats. Well, I don't call them dancehall.
Right.
I don't call what Skillibeng them do dancehall. Because people have not given it a name as yet, a genre.
Mm-hmm.
We just continue to call it dancehall. But I see dancehall as a whole package. The beat, the groove, the performance, the
Yeah.
lyrics, everything. I see that as dancehall.
Mm-hmm.
I must be able to dance to something for me to call it dancehall.
Yeah.
Yeah? If I can't dance, then I can't call it dancehall.
Same thing with reggae. The beats are different.
You have to be able to rock steady or to bubble.
Yeah.
On the reggae beats, you have to bubble on the bass line.
So what would your advice be? Like you said, you studied it deeply. So what would your advice be? No, what can we do collectively to say, all right, we're going to bring it back to the point where it's not only international, but it has that flavor to it.
I think it's not even just to bring it back, because the youth, they must be able to coexist. We must be able to coexist with the new generation.
True. Mm-hmm.
So the Skillibeng, the Massacre, them have a space. It's working for them. But do not shut out authentic dancehall and authentic reggae.
Mm-hmm.
And, one of the things we have beat for the past 9, 10 years, maybe 15 years, is like people think that, some old man them there. Like, we know why you're nothing from them old man there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And growing up on music, I remember listening to like artists who were in their 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Washington, them when them bust them in them 40s.
Yeah.
And now it's like, a whole different thing.
So they basically they're branded as a young people sport.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly.
So name 2 artists right now that you haven't worked with that you hope to work with in the future.
Bruno Mars, definitely. Like, is one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to work with one of the younger generation, I would love to work with Massacre.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or Sensia.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I could bring a quality punchline. Because that's what I think will take it over to the pop side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think over the years I've learned to create a hit song. So with like a Massacre, because I think he's very lyrical and creative with his flows and his lyrics. So I think me singing like a big punchline and a Massacre killing the verses, we could have something like a Tantometra and Devante type of vibe.
Very tough, yeah.
Yeah.
So where does that talent come from for you to write? Because you write all your songs, right?
Like 95%.
So if you listen to the structure of your music, where did that inspiration come from?
The greats, all the greats. The Little John, the Barrington Levy, all the greats. I just, when I started doing, after my broken jawbone, because I used to sing.
Yeah.
Because it was either you're a singer or a DJ. So I was a sing singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So what I learned over the years is to create the singing like a Sanchez and then create the verses like a Beanie Man.
Right.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the whole Sing J argument started. Because I was singing and then I DJ'd the verses.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Before Mr. Vegas, no one was calling anyone Sing J. Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People were using, it's not me create the style.
Right.
It's not me create the sound.
But
you know?
before you, there was no name.
But nobody
put to
never
it.
named Sing J. Liquor John was a singer.
Mm-hmm.
In the singers category.
Yeah.
Sanchez, Pinchers in the same category. Even though Pinchers, you would say, is one of the greatest Sing J.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a Sing J. Because if they had a Sing J category, then Sanchez would not be in the same category with Courtney Melody.
No.
Because Courtney Melody was like, no, we don't say Courtney Melody a Sing J.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was either singer or DJ.
It just merged.
I just merged both vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I realized I could DJ too
Yeah.
and sing too. So I was singing the choruses and DJing the verses.
So two more questions. So I know you traveled a lot of places in the world and you've done a lot of things. So I want you to name me one place that you haven't been that you hope to go and perform, and what's on top of your goals list overall.
One place I would love to go to perform. I've been to so many places. I've not done Australia as yet. I hear performing in Australia is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think maybe Australia.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've done Africa, Japan. Yeah. All over the world.
Yeah, you do the world, so to pick out one that you can tell that, okay, this place is Australia.
Yeah.
What's on top of your goals list to achieve right now? Because you've done so much, you have achieved so much throughout your lifetime, coming from, like you said, the borders, coming from nothing, just wanting to make it to the point where you can actually help out mommy, to the point where you can more than that, and your generations coming behind you will live off the wealth that you're creating. What's on top of your goals list right now?
I think one of my main goals is to get another big tune. Like I think I want to crack like some charts, with another big tune.
Yeah.
Just Mr. Vegas. Not even like somebody feature Mr. Vegas.
Right.
Just Mr. Vegas. It's like how we had Broke It Down and Hot Work and Heads Eye. I just hope that, before sooner or later, I'll be able to find one of them big world tune.
Yeah,
In
undeniably.
at this time, yeah, like trust me, that is something that I work very hard. Some people are like, yo, you don't need it, you don't have a bag of each tune already, but I'm always creating, and I think something is there. Something is just one day it's just gonna pop off.
So you know it's coming, so you just continue work.
So that's one of the things, and of course, every artist aspires to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how we cost the selecting process.
Yeah.
But that's something we aspire to do, to win the Grammy.
I have opinions about it, but
Right.
yeah,
But it is the Super Bowl of music.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of people look forward to that. So we usually close with each of us give the audience a bit of advice, a gem, something to leave them with, to encourage them. Anything, it could be doing music, it could be life, it could be anything at all. So just leave them with something.
My motto is simply, just be yourself.
Right.
Just be yourself, and just work hard for your goals, towards your goals, and be yourself. Don't make people tell us you can't, be who you want to be.
Yeah.
Just work hard, because I'm a testament of working hard.
Yeah.
And believing.
I think a part of mine, which I kind of learned from our conversation today, is like we're talking about soft answer, turn it away wrath, and I feel like learning how to have meaningful conversations where we can have good dialogue, we can disagree, and we can still keep it respectful. And I think that's where we have to learn how to talk to each other. Looking at the person across from you like it's actually your brother, your family, and treat them with that grace and respect and love. Because a lot of times we talk at each other instead of to each other.
To each other, yeah.
So sometimes when you approach a person with aggression, you're gonna get it right back. You understand what I mean? So in any relationship, whether it's friendship, your romantic relationship, anything, learning how to communicate where it's gonna be a dialogue instead of an argument, that can remove a lot of conflict from not only your life but from society itself. And learning how to disagree respectfully.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So Mr. Vegas,
Give thanks.
appreciate you for the
Great
conversation. It was
reasoning, man. Great
amazing.
reasoning.
And that is another episode of the Student to Life podcast. Like I said before, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you guys again next time. Bless up.
Man.